It's late, like almost 1 a.m. Took a nap. Nice little midday nap. Okay, it's time to go to the gym now. Time to get things done. Feel me? Take a little bit of pre-workout, a little bit of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take not a double scoop, but like probably like 1.5. Not a double scoop, but a solid amount. Probably my one of my favorite pre-workouts that I've been taking recently. It's like Walmart brand, like Beyond Raw gummy worm. It's pretty fire. I like it. Tastes good. Tastes all right. So we're gonna hit lateral raises, rear delts, forearms, so shoulders and forearms today, essentially. I like working out late. You know, I think it's just more ideal for me, you know. I like it kind of being like a little way to wrap up my day. It was pretty much the same when I worked at the hotel too. Like I would do 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and then after I would go to the gym like in the morning. And there were times where like I didn't even want to go home, so I would just go to the gym like in dress shoes just to like get it out of the way. Probably turn my headlights on, huh? Yeah. I really like the island at nighttime. You know, the island out here at nighttime is just, it's a vibe, man. It really is. It is a vibe, a nice vibe. It's that time of the year where we're starting to get a little bit colder. Thanksgiving, Christmas. You know, what are you guys' favorite holidays? You know, I'd say mine is probably like it's most likely a toss-up between Thanksgiving or Christmas. Thanksgiving because like the food, obviously, you know. Christmas, when I was younger, of course, it was about the presents, but that's like any kid's view, really, you know. But as I've got older, it's more just about that feeling for that time of the year. The different Christmas lights going up and eggnog being Which I'll have you know, I am like just wholesale irritated about the fact that eggnog is not sold year round. It should 100% be sold year round, and I think it should be like, it's criminal that's not. Like, who decided that eggnog was going to be seasonal? And like, why do you have authority over that? I don't think eggnog should be seasonal. I don't. I think it should be a year-round thing, all out. Eggnog is like, it's that good. When I was younger, you know, I was really fat, really fat. I used to put eggnog from my grandma's house like into a water bottle. I used to go over there and I used to clean out her eggnog. I would start drinking out of a water bottle, and she was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I was like, "I'm drinking eggnog." What do you mean? What am I doing? But times have changed. Times have changed. Here's what it is. But I'm gonna finish this pre-workout. Sit in the gym parking lot for like 2 minutes, and I'll pick this up again when I'm doing stuff. Yeah. So, so. It's like my favorite word to start off recording with. We are about to hit some lateral raises. You know, it's 1:08 in the morning, and I'm downtown in the gym. Like, I got here in the parking lot, and there's like some dude like arguing with two girls. You already know what's going on in that situation. You know, like it's crazy just witnessing people's relationship drama, and I'm just like, this is why I don't go out drinking. You know, like I just want to go to the gym, mind my business. You know, that's just the way that I am. But side note, let's go ahead and hit a good 8. Now, with lateral raises, something I've decided to add is the drop set fronts. 6. But yeah, that's just gonna be something that I do from here on out when I do hit this second shoulder day, is the drop set front lateral raise as well, just so that I can hit the front head of the delt there. Ensure that I get my boulder shoulders in due time. You know, but like I was saying, just like it's crazy. You just see you see the difference between people. You know, like it's really evident when you're in the gym at 1 o'clock on a Saturday. You know, you see the two different types of people. You see the people who are in here working out, they're not out drinking, you know, chilling, and then you see the people who are like, they're out every weekend, they're drinking, you know. It's like they like the drama almost. And I'm not too big of a fan of the whole drama scene, reality TV way of life anymore. You know, like I had my little run right when I turned 21, to be honest. But yeah, like at the end of the day, you start bleeding money, you start getting involved in shit you don't really need to be involved in. And I don't know. I just feel it's a better choice, at least for me. You know, if you want to go out and be social and have fun, do your thing. You know, I just think there's a certain point where like if you've made that a habit of your life, like every weekend you need to you need to go out, you need to drink, try and hook up with people, this and that. Like at a certain point in your 20s, you have to kind of analyze yourself and be like, I'm like, I'm a grown ass individual, you know? Like, is this really what I want to keep doing? But I don't know. What do I know? I'm only 27. Feel me? We're gonna cut the next set. Cut to set number 2. I'm gonna go a tiny bit heavier. Do the 35s. Probably swing them a little bit, but we're gonna be drop setting to the front. Be all right. But since I'm going a little bit heavier, and I'm probably gonna swing them maybe 6 reps instead of 8, or shoot for 6 reps. But let's just get it out of the way. Oh, all right. Drop with the 30s. Hit the fronts. Shit. All right. Yeah, I like doing those for shoulders, those fronts. I was doing them there for a period of time, but I think after I redesigned my split for the second time, I forgot to include them. You know, and that's another thing too that I'll say is like you can come up with your own split that works for you. You know, but just make sure you're following like the general guidelines. You know, hit your muscle groups two times 2 times per week. You know, or 2 times every 10ish days if you're resting, and make sure you're doing at least 10 sets within that time period. And if you can do more, always do more. Nobody ever got smaller by doing more volume. But yeah, you can come up with your own split, and I think that's what I did through a period of time. Is just watch different people, see what different people do, and then after learning all the different exercises and how the machines work and what muscle groups they hit, put something together that works for you. So I've redesigned my split like several times. You know, and it all works out. It all works out. You know, and I think after redesigning it again most recently, there were a few different compound lifts that I wasn't necessarily thinking about, like bent over barbell rows, for example, because I was pretty much just focused on like pullover machine, which is really good alternative instead of rows. That pullover is crazy when you're going heavy. But yeah, you can mix it up, mix and match. Feel me? Let's go ahead and cut to the next set. So I think I'm gonna do the 35s again. Let's knock them for 6. All right, and hit a little drop set with the fronts. All right. Definitely starting to feel something. A little fatigue. So I'm gonna do probably 2 more sets of these, and then that pre-workout caffeine and beta alanine are definitely starting to kick in a little bit. So I might do some extra today. Most likely a little bit of chest. You know, you can always use a little extra chest. Always, at least in my case. You know, so 2 more sets of these, and then probably going to go straight for rear delts and forearms, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna pick this back up at the next set. Learning new things about my camera. So it seems like when I zoom out, the quality just really drops. So I think I just got to work on the angles so that I don't have to zoom out and just kind of work with what I got. Pretty surprising what a camera for an iPhone 14 can do. And we will be getting a new mic pretty soon. This one isn't exactly the best, but all in due time. Let's go ahead and hit another 6 with 35s. Definitely starting to swing it though, but I don't really care. Just want to lift this shit. Okay. We're gonna do five sides, one to 5 of these sides again, then we'll do fronts. Okay. Yeah, really starting to feel it. Okay. That one really sucked. That one really sucked. This is what it is. You know, really getting some work in. That 250 milligram caffeine. That's hitting. that's hitting for sure. one more set of these. So I'm gonna skip over to that last set. Okay. I'm trying to think about what I want to do for chest if I do chest. Pressing or squeezing. I'm leaning more towards squeezing. Just because like with pressing you do use a lot of your uh, shoulder muscle for pressing. With me hitting shoulders right now, I don't think I could push as hard on pressing, and chest days tomorrow, so we'll get it in one way or another. But this last set, I'm gonna do 30s instead of 35s. We kind of burn out. You know? Let's go. Gosh. All right. Drop set to the 25s. Get some front lateral raises. And this will be it. Let's go. Okay. Quick little restroom break, and then we'll cut to rear delts. Okay, tap some rear deltoids a little bit. That's nice. Set 2. Bang it out again. Yeah, pretty. This works. You know, something I noticed, like as this cut continues, and obviously this cut's going to be one that goes on for a longer period of time, just to really kind of shed a lot of the fat off. You know, so it's going to be a solid 6 months with refeeds in between, and we'll get to where we want to be. And then start the block all over again. Same thing, day in, day out. It's just nice to have a goal, have a goal, have somewhere you want to be, and keep building from there at the end of the day. I feel like It's always good to just have something you're chasing, something, whatever it'll be, like whether it's a degree in college or a new PR, progress at your job, a career, whatever it is. Have a goal. Like when you don't have a goal, just start to stagnate, and once you're stagnating, like every small issue you have in your life all of a sudden gets blown up to way larger proportions than what it actually is. You know. Whereas when you're chasing something and you have a goal, that's not the case. All the other little small drama just kind of falls out. It's not as important as what your goal actually is. I'm not gonna cut this one. I'm just gonna go right into the next set. So I'm gonna flip around and hit it. All right. All right. Gonna do two more, two more sets of these, and I don't think I'm actually gonna record forearms. Might record the chest that I do, which I believe I'm going to do on this machine actually. So yeah, yeah, y'all know what I'm saying. Really starting to feel that fatigue though. Honestly, it's starting to hit me a little bit. Caffeine's wearing off. Desensitized to it. Alright. We're starting to push it. You know, this is definitely going to be a longer video today. But before I do this last set, I'm going to go set up the forearms on the cable machine over there. So I'll go ahead and cut to the next one. Okay, we got the forearm machine set up over there. Hit this last set. I'm going to go hit those. All right. So I might actually record the forearms, but we'll cut to them. So I wanted to excuse the wind there from the fan, but I wanted to record what I'm doing here. Um, just because this is something new that I've been doing for interior forearms, trying to get these babies to grow.
and these are just forearm cable pulls, I guess is what you would call them. But I'm doing them one hand at a time, and I do it with this little uh, thing with like this rolly piece on it. This rolly piece, roly poly roly. I don't know what you call that, but just because you can, you know, let it roll with your fingers and really isolate that whole muscle there. You know, weight's not super heavy, just like 70 pounds, and kind of just contract that. Keep the arm straight. Yeah. So yeah, that really that hits about as hard as the reverse forearm curls. So yeah, these definitely fuck. All right. So yeah, those are those. I'm gonna do 3 or 4 more sets of those. I don't think I'm gonna record them all. Forearms out of the way. We're gonna finish off with probably 2 sets of chest flies here, and I'm just gonna play with the hand grip on these. Just watching old videos, people lifting and stuff. I see they place their hands higher on these bars. And after doing a couple reps there, it feels like it really does isolate the upper pec more. So I'm gonna do 8 reps holding up here, and I might just do it like this from now on, period. But let's go and hit this. Yeah, yeah, I like that. I really like that. You know, that feels really good. So we'll do one more set of these. I think I'm only gonna rest like a minute, so probably not gonna cut the video here. But yeah, you know, you know. And I think I've said this before on video. The gym's kind of like it's kind of a place where I like to hang out, man. I really like hang out, but I like to be in here. Even when I don't want to be in here, I still want to be in here. You know, especially a gym like this. I'm not a huge fan of the music. It's tolerable. So yeah, and I've been going here over a year now. It's a little over a year. I started going to this gym last August, and it's now November. So I've been going here for about over a year consistently. You know, and I like it. I like the gym in general. I think when I first started going, it was a matter of just wanting to finally gain muscle because I had figured out the dieting part of things and cut down to a really low weight. I'm talking like 140 pounds at 6'2", so very, very thin. But after, figuring that I can be disciplined enough to gain a bunch of weight and then lose a bunch of weight over and over again, pair that with weightlifting, and I'll explode pretty fast, and that's essentially what's happened. I've put on a lot, but that type of discipline with the diet just pairs very well with a sport like this. So, to each their own, though. To each their own. Let's hit one more set, and then we'll bounce. Get up out of here. It's like almost 2:30 in the morning. I'm just wired on caffeine in the gym, talking into the camera while people are drunk walking their cars. It is what it is. Let's do another 8. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, yeah. No, that. I mean, that holding the hand position there really changes things. Yeah, I love that. I love that. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go home now.